Hey, friends. Oh,
Hello, hello.
my chair is rotating and I didn't ask for that. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Shelby's actually sitting in front of a desk at a computer like a professional, and she just doesn't know how to act.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be a professional. I teach kindergarten.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that.
Like today we watched Wild Kratts, which is a very weird show. Not gonna lie.
It's good though. My kid watches it.
Never heard of that one.
It's like these two guys that are like kind of like Steve Irwin kind of guys, and they have made an animated TV show in which they have suits and they put like creature pods in their suits and they become that creature and they learn about how to be that creature. It's very weird. It's very weird.
Interesting. Sounds educational.
Zero out of
It's a
10.
PBS Kids show.
I love PBS Kids. It's the only thing not blocked by the district. Except for on PBS Kids, we can't watch Curious George. It's blocked. Everything else we can watch except for Curious George.
Ethan doesn't have a hat on today.
I don't.
Hey!
He's not ripping his Florida Gators.
No, I got it. I got it here.
Okay.
What's the point?
Yeah. I got my Funko Pops over here.
Over there. Nope. There. Yep. Okay.
I got my artwork here. This is my Father's Day I love you dad picture. And then up here we got the wrapping.
Love it.
Even though he's a depressed fan.
Well, we fired Corey Raymond and Sean Spencer. We haven't hired anybody yet, so I don't know what the deal is there. I'm hoping that we get Deron Wilson back from Arkansas. He was an off-field staffer for us, and then he left for Arkansas. Maybe he'll come back. I don't know. But yeah, man, I don't know. We got a bunch of guys going into the portal. Couple weeks ago.
Colorado level going to the portal, or just a couple?
No. Just a few guys so far. Everybody's sweating whether or not like Trevor Etienne is going to go into the portal. He's probably the big one right now that everybody's kind of like, do we?
Who wants to be an Arkansas Razorback?
No, he doesn't. Neither does Evan Stewart.
They all do.
I feel that we're still waiting for Evan to enter the portal.
Yeah, we're all just waiting for the other needle to drop, or whatever that saying is.
The other shoe to drop?
Oh, the shoe to drop. What the fuck am I talking about? The other needle to drop. That's how bad off I am. I'm thinking about needles. I gotta shoot up.
Yikes. I gotta go. Bye.
That's how bad it is to be a Florida fan these days.
So apparently Duke fans are like hella upset that we stole Mike Elko. Like to the point where they're talking about how some Aggie fan has become a stalker of a Duke booster.
Duke has boosters?
Duke booster has had, that's what I said. And that Duke booster has had to change his phone number and shit. And I'm like, okay, I could see that happening. I could see an Aggie fan going rogue. not Duke. Like, if we got the coach, why would we do anything to you? That doesn't make any sense.
Man, I did not realize that David Cutcliffe was at Duke for 14 years.
I don't know who that is.
He was the offensive coordinator at Tennessee when Peyton Manning was there, and then he was the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss when Eli Manning was there, and then he went back to Tennessee for a little bit, and then he went to Duke. And like I knew he was the head coach of Duke, but I just didn't realize it was that long. Because I just pulled up a list because about 34 years ago, a certain Duke head coach left Duke to go to his alma mater, and that was Steve Spurrier. And so, Florida fans are like, oh, I don't know if your fan base does this, but every time there's an alumni that's a coach, and every time there's a former player, an alumni, a former coach, anybody who's associated with your program, fans are just like, we should go hire them.
Yeah.
Like right now, Jed Fish is the guy because he was like a graduate assistant under Steve Spurrier in the 90s. And Florida fans are like, he's a Florida alum. Go get him. And it's like, bro,
no.
hiring a football coach requires more than deciding what college they graduated from. Like, yes, Steve Spurrier was awesome. That was great. Kirby Smart is doing great at Georgia. That there is more to deciding who your next football coach, the highest paid employee in your state, is going to be besides just whether or not they went to your school.
What's his bucket? The Lions head coach, Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell, yeah.
Literally said, I will do anything for A&M except for coach.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, thanks, Dan.
That's funny.
We appreciate you.
We're enjoying you from afar. Have fun in Detroit.
Honestly.
I know you've never coached college football before. You don't recruit. You're an NFL coach. But you graduated from my school, so clearly you're a perfect fit.
Clearly.
People are idiots.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
I am the head member of the Mike Elko fan club as of right now.
Love that. It's not like a huge, like, crazy home run hire, but it's a good hire. Like, it's nothing like show stopping and just bizarre.
But the players like him.
Exactly, and he seems like a good guy.
Unless you ask a Duke fan. Then he's the biggest.
And his name isn't Jimbo Fisher.
There you go.
His name isn't Jimbo.
I mean, I think Elko, I think was a good hire. I've become pretty disillusioned. Like, unless you go out and get Ryan Day or like Lincoln Riley, which obviously that hire isn't looking as good as it did a couple years ago.
No.
Unless you go out and get a guy who has taken his team to the CFP, won his conference at a P5 level, Brian Kelly at LSU. Like, unless you go out and get one of those guys, everybody's swinging for the fences. Like nothing is guaranteed. Like, you guys went out and got Jimbo Fisher, one of 4 or 5 national championship winning coaches, had elite recruiting his whole time there, had elite recruiting at Texas A&M, but it just didn't work out. A guy like Elko, I mean, I think that is as close as you can get to a home run without that. Like, he's in like that next tier, I guess. Yeah. Like, if Lincoln Riley and Ryan Day and like those type of guys are like right here, Elko, Jed Fish, I'm going to start next year, depending on how Billy Napier does. You guys are going to hear me talk about Jed Fish a lot. I think that
he was on the A&M short list, apparently.
Yeah, I think that those guys that are sort of at tier 2 or tier 3 P5 schools, I think they're safer hires than guys that are at G5 schools and doing really well, like Billy Napier. Eli Drinkwitz. It took him 5 years to have a winning record. Like, I think that lower level P5 is the new upper level G5. You heard it here first, folks.
You see who Baylor hired as their offensive coordinator? Jake Spavital.
Oh, man. Time is just a flat circle.
I sat there and I was like, but why? Why you do that? Do you want to get fired?
Where did he go after? He was at Houston, right?
Texas State. I know that. Let me look. I know he was the head coach at State for a while.
So he went from A&M to Cal to West Virginia to head coach at Texas State, back to Cal.
And now he's at Baylor.
Interesting.
He played quarterback and punter. As one does.
Like, does that make sense?
A dual threat.
Yeah.
Yes, Sydney. Yes. Exactly. But no, I told Sydney we're all waiting for Evan Stewart to transfer because he didn't play the LSU game, but I'm starting to think he's not going to.
He wants to be a Razorback so bad.
I've
So
heard
bad.
that. I've heard
Well,
those
we all-
rumors that he was so excited to be coached by Bobby Petrino that he needs a round 2.
He did tweet. That's that Bobby Petrino right
Yep.
there.
Right there.
I really think between him and Walter Nolan, Aggies are gonna have like some kind of heart attack. Like
That's just college football.
If you want to laugh, go look at responses under Evan Stewart's tweets.
I mean, like I said, not that he's as good as Evan Stewart, but Trevor Etienne has played this game. He played it last year to where it's like, oh, maybe he's going to transfer. And I don't know if y'all pay attention, but Travis Etienne, his older brother,
He's my running back.
Yes, and he likes to tweet while he's watching Florida games, and he's always like, feed 7. 7 needs more carries. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, bro, like you've been here. Like you're a professional running back. Like you know how it goes. Like nowadays in modern football, very few teams have like a bell cow running back. Like 95% of teams split carries because you don't want to run your running back into the ground with 250 carries in a season. Him and Montrell Johnson split carries like perfectly down the middle, like all season. But then you watch a game and you watch Trevor Etienne and their pass blocking, and he just gets trucked by a 180-pound cornerback because he refuses to pass block. And then on passing downs, it's like, where's Trevor Etienne? It's like, did you guys see what happened the last time he tried to pass block? Like, it's a very important, like, he's a great running back. He's probably better than Montrell. But if you're 3rd and 9, your running back has to be able to pick up a blitz. Like, it doesn't matter if he blocks him well. He just has to get in the way. And then you're sitting there watching and he's just like, and you're like, I don't think that's going to cut it, buddy. So yeah, like Trevor Etienne tweeted out a picture of a Rolex earlier, and the mentions were all just Florida fans, like, "Oh, this means he's coming back." And I see it, I'm like, "This means he's going to Colorado."
I was about to say he's going to Colorado.
Yeah, like it said Monday the 2nd or Sunday the 2nd or something like that. And I'm like, well, that means he's probably announcing he's going to Colorado in a couple of days.
Yeah,
that's what I took away from it.
That's what I decided.
Yeah,
fuck them. I don't care. Running back.
I think that too.
Yeah, there's way too many running backs in the portal in college football. Like it's not a premium position for me to care enough about a running back.
Yeah.
I love you, Trevor. If you come back, I will sing your praises. I just don't care that much about a running back.
Honestly, what makes me laugh is Texas fans that are like, our starting running back has more stats than Reuben Owens. And I'm like, Reuben Owens is also a true freshman. And he's sitting behind Le'Veon Moss and, oh my God, I just went blank on his name. But the other kid, Amari Daniels. So, like, you're sitting behind 2 other guys who are also playing running back. So, no, he doesn't have the flashiest stats ever. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, what? Do you really want to play this game? Because I'll win. I promise.
'Tis thundering out there.
Thunder. It's not thundering here, but it was pouring down rain, and it's a 20-mile drive between the school and my parents' house, and it took me 55 minutes to get here.
Oh, man.
0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Literally, I got in the car, pulled it up, and I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, I clicked on my little map thing, and it was like 30 minutes. And I was like, I'm like 18 minutes away from my house.
But why?
And I just hate, like, traffic just pisses me off.
Sydney's quitting because she's done with traffic. Not us, but in general. I love all the not to include Sydney in this, but the Arkansas fans that made fun of us for hiring Bobby Petrino and now are like singing his praises that he's coming.
Oh, I don't think any Arkansas fans made fun of A&M for hiring Petrino. We were all like, we're screwed when we play them.
I don't know. I saw a couple that I was like, oh, really? Really?
I think it's the smartest move by our athletic director of all time because he just put butts in seats that weren't going to be in seats. He got the fans talking again after everyone had just checked out. He dropped an NIL collective that morning. And if it blows up in his face, all he has to say is, y'all begged for this. Y'all wanted this. Y'all begged for this all season. Here you go. Now it's your fault.
No,
My theory is that Bobby Petrino is the next head coach of Arkansas football, and
totally is.
this is nothing more than Arkansas athletics. I don't know if you saw the picture of Sam Pittman sitting next to Bobby Petrino, and Sam is just like,
yeah,
and Bobby's all like, "Hey, everybody!"
Yeah. Sam's literally like,
yeah. Sam just
showing it on the broadcast last night, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
oh my god."
Yeah, Sam was just forced to hire his replacement.
Yeah.
And if it works remotely, even if you guys go like 3-9, if your offense is okay, Bobby Petrino is your next head coach. Like that.
Yeah, and what he was saying, like he loves obviously being a head coach. He's Bobby Petrino, but like he talked about how like he loves like just being that close knit group with his guys and like teaching and not just like being in charge of everything. Like he wants to like teach the guys and coach the guys and be like in a lot closer proximity with them than just like being the head coach and having to deal with everything. So, and I think Sam just needs someone to tell him what to do, and he'll just be a little puppet, and everyone else is gonna take over. I think
that should be interesting.
I think that's how it's gonna go. Yesterday was crazy. My company had the first interview with Bobby Petrino and probably his last one for a while, and it was just like boom, 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 starting at 3 p.m. It was insane.
Sounds fun though.
It was fun. It was wild. And it was fun.
And now KJ's transferring.
Yeah, and then he hopped on Instagram Live and he's like, "Man, today's been crazy, man. I don't even know what these people are talking about. I ain't told nobody that. I don't know what they came up with that from, blah, blah." And we're like, dude.
Just stop. I didn't know KJ still had eligibility.
Yeah.
So there's that.
KJ's actually evergreen. He somehow it's going to be 2039 and KJ Jefferson is still going to be running QB draws.
Yep.
We had a player do a similar thing to where it was reported that he was entering the portal, and then his dad got on Twitter and Facebook and was just like, "My son and he's not going in the portal. No, this isn't true." But everybody's kind of like, we kind of know your son's going to go into the portal. Like it's more of a matter of when, not if. Like 25 different people reported it. You're the only person saying it didn't happen, but because you're his father, you got some credibility, but
still.
The portal.
Yeah.
So do you think that people should not be able to transfer in conference? Because that's what I'm seeing on Twitter right now.
I don't think they should be able to transfer in conference more than once. But also, like, that's not my business.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters, personally. I don't think that conferences, because at that point, you're just hurting yourself. Like, if you put in because it's not like other conferences don't have big boy football programs. Like, I know the SEC has the most, but if the SEC puts in a rule that you can't transfer from Georgia or Bama or LSU or whatever to somebody in the SEC, they're just going to go to Ohio State. They're just going to go to Michigan. They're going to go to USC. They're going to go to Washington, Oregon, whatever. Like, it's not like so then now you fast forward to this time of the year and you have these SEC versus Big Ten, ACC, whatever matchups in the CFP, and you have a guy who played for 2 years in the SEC, wanted to stay in the SEC, but because of the rule, now he's playing for Florida State. And it's like, why'd you shoot yourself in the foot? Like there's just no reason for it.
That's true.
I don't know. What I find funny, and I told Sydney this, is that all the Alabama fans are wanting Evan Stewart, and I'm like, there were fans, Michael included, that acted like they didn't know anybody from our 2021 recruiting class, and now they want Evan Stewart. And I'm like, I thought you didn't, that all these players weren't worth shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Also, some Aggie tweeted as a joke that Anthony Hill was transferring from Texas. And they're like, y'all are just wishful thinking. You need Anthony Hill. I'm like, no, we don't. God. No, we don't. It was a joke. It was a joke. Please let it go.
It was a joke.
We know that he's not leaving and that he's happy in Austin, and good for him. Like, I'm sorry, I don't follow recruiting and stuff as closely because I don't hang my emotional status on the decisions of 18-year-old boys.
It's just crazy.
I follow recruiting way too closely and let the decision of 17-year-olds affect me way more than it should.
We do know that.
I know that about you, yes.
What can you do? That's who I am.
It's just like this program at Arkansas, like everyone was so checked out. Like, we're done. We don't care. And then boom, everyone's like,
oh,
back!
For Bobby Petrino, man, I don't know. It's been 10 years since he was there, and you guys are still just like, Bobby!
It's like, yeah, exactly. But it just all makes sense why, like, Sam Pittman was like, I don't know, like, didn't care about his job. He's like, I'm not worried about it, whatever. And today he was like, it's been a 10-day process. And I was like, he knew this the second Jimbo got fired.
Yep.
Is what this was. And that's why he's been so, like, nonchalant. Everyone's like, don't worry about it. While the whole fan base is like, this is the worst program in America.
I don't know. Colorado's pretty bad.
See, Deion's a sportsman of the year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Arkansas beat Florida in the swamp, so what can I say?
Proud.
On my birthday.
So proud.
On my birthday.
On my birthday. Like, that's the important moment of this, on his birthday.
Yeah, that's what really matters.
Ethan, I really rode your Mississippi State wave last week. And
they held on. They made that a game. Like, they covered, didn't they? I think they covered.
I don't know.
That game was closer than it had any business being. Yeah, and I don't know how I managed to convince everybody on this show. Everybody was just like, damn, this dude's talking. He's got some good points.
He might be right.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense, but damn, he's making some good points. Yeah.
Sydney and I both are in a women's sports group chat. And one of the girls just sent a message that says, and she meant to say, how do you guys think the Seahawks-Cowboys game will go? And she said, how do hot guys think this Seahawks-Cowboys game will go? I said, I don't know how hot guys think, so I don't know.
That's funny.
I thought I was funny. I tried.
That is a funny one.
One of my kindergartners told me, I said something, and he goes, you think you're funny, don't you? And I was like, wow. Like, thanks.
Okay. That one kind of hurt.
Like that one hit you right in the middle of the heart.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I did think I was funny. Rude. God, rude. All right, let's talk SEC championship game.
Bama, please. Oh, I don't even want to talk
Usual.
about it. Bama, just save us, man. Just save me, Nick Saban. Save me from a Florida State, Georgia fucking national championship.
Go Dogs!
Go Dogs. I'd like Mitch to notice that I'm rooting for Georgia. So.
Why? Why are y'all rooting for Georgia? What about the scrappy underdog, Alabama?
I don't
Like
care
Alabama.
about Alabama. Yeah, what?
No.
How do y'all? What?
We're in
Y'all,
different divisions, Ethan.
not anymore. Divisions don't exist anymore.
Oh.
There we go, Stacy.
Oh, my
Thank
family's
you.
a bunch
Yes,
of dogs, so we're dogs around here.
I am Roll Tide.
Gross.
My cousins were in the Georgia band. So go dogs.
There you go.
I am Roll Tide.
I can't in my heart of hearts root for Alabama.
I can't either.
It's
I
like
won't do it.
There's things I can't do.
I won't do
Not at that they're on the same playing field in my brain. Like, not that I hate Alabama as much as I hate Texas. It's just the fact that it's something that I can't do.
it. Yeah.
So I hate no one as much as I hate Texas. No one. Just no one.
I might feel that way about Alabama. It used to be LSU, and then that had to change. I hate Texas. I absolutely hate Texas. I'm on that train with you, but I hate Alabama in like every sport. I hate Texas in every sport too.
Exactly.
I'm really thinking here. I hate Alabama basketball. I hate Alabama softball. I don't like Alabama baseball. Football.
Let's see. How's A&M volleyball is playing Texas right now because, of course, they put us in Austin. Did we win?
You know, I really enjoyed the thing that came out from Texas A&M about how you guys are undefeated against Texas schools.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, they didn't know what they were doing.
It's like Texas A&M is 24-0 against Texas schools since 2012, and it's like 2011, yeah, and it's like, how many P5 Texas schools have y'all played?
0, because Texas told them not to schedule us.
Is Texas the only one?
Texas.
What about Baylor and TCU?
We haven't played any of them.
Yeah, I know, because y'all are scared.
Yeah,
y'all are scared.
I'm so scared of Baylor. Oh, it's I'm just thinking in my boots.
I mean,
and Jake Spavital.
Pretty sure Baylor would have handled y'all a couple years ago.
A couple years ago.
TCU definitely would have handled you last year.
Yeah, so did everybody but Arkansas.
And Texas would have handled y'all this year.
I don't know. Those rivalry games, man.
I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I mean, you know, Texas is just a different. Texas is on a different level than A&M and Arkansas right now.
I'm gonna choose to believe you didn't say
that. There's not many things. There's not many teams that I can talk about that get both of you. Texas is the only team that, I guess LSU maybe, that both of you seem to hate. So
yeah.
I can't do it. Okay, I just want to point out, and this is completely off topic, I got my mom a Christmas socks because I thought she'd like them, and they're still sitting on the package on the printer over here. But I'm sad.
My mom has like a box in her closet of like all this stuff I've given her over the years, and it's like just never been touched.
Christmas avocado.
Aww.
I thought they were cute. But here we are, still sitting on the printer.
Sitting on the printer.
Thanks, Mom. Like, anyway, so Ethan's picking Alabama. What is the spread on this game? Someone look it up. I think Ethan's looking it up for me.
I'm trying. I don't see it.
Good.
I'm not a gambler because I'm too emotional.
True.
The spread is -4 for Georgia.
Okay. I still got Georgia.
Georgia.
Roll Tide.
Okay. WFAA has obtained the 911 call placed by NFL star Von Miller's girlfriend on Wednesday, which led to his Thursday arrest. Our reporters have also been communicating with her via text. No one assaulted anyone, she texted. This is insane and sad. I have so many questions.
It's like what happened with Chris Beard, it sounds like.
Like, if he did it, I'm angry at him. But if he didn't...
Right, did he do it or did he not?
Why did you call 911? Like, I have questions.
Yeah.
Don't do it to Vaughn. Don't make it Vaughn. Or Miles. Like, you can't... Of course, Miles tried to kill the Steelers quarterback, Mason Rudolph. So.
Boink!
Okay, did y'all see the last time they were playing they just played the Steelers and Miles picked up somebody's helmet that had fallen. And the Steelers player grabs it from him and he's like, I wasn't gonna do anything. I'm sorry.
I did see that. That's funny.
I was like, oh God, Miles, no. Like, no, I can't. All right, so I'm picking Georgia. Sydney's picking Georgia. Ethan's being mean.
Roll tiding.
Roll Tide.
I'm just gonna let you have that.
He was a virgin till he was 28. Roll Tide. Y'all remember that commercial from ESPN?
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, I'll have to send y'all the link. But it's like a guy. He's at like a wedding, and he's like the best man, and he's giving a toast, and he's all like, "Yeah, whatever." And then he's all like, "Plus, he was a virgin till he was 28. Roll Tide." And everybody's like, "Roll Tide."
Like, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh.
These are normal things that we say out loud.
Yeah.
They said it on TV. This isn't even me. See, Stacy knows what I'm talking about.
This isn't even me.
I wasn't saying it like that. Oh my God. Okay. So, I guess we will see all of y'all once bowl games come out because I don't feel like having a whole podcast just to tell Ethan he was wrong. So.
Fair.
Sad. Sadness.
Sad.
The Steve Irwin one is my personal favorite of all time. If y'all haven't seen that one,
It's been a while. I'd have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, definitely look that one up. Steve Irwin Sports Center commercial. And then I like the one for the New Jersey Devils, to where like they like go to get on the elevator, and it's like the Devils mascot and like one of the ESPN commentators, and he looks over at him. He's like going up, and the devil just slowly shakes his head, and then the guy gets off the elevator. Yeah, take a trip. You youngsters.
Wait, I think I know that one.
Yeah, these were like early 2000s, so maybe you guys are just like kind of like right on the fringe of maybe being a little bit too young to remember it. Look up like the best of like This Is Sports Center commercials. They're great. They're all just so good.
My favorite, and it's not a Sports Center commercial. It was I think it was just an ESPN commercial in general of Dirk Nowitzki talking to the Mavericks mascot, and he comes out. And he's like, "Guess what day it is?" And he's like looking through. He's like, "Champ! What day is it? Game day." I was like, "Only Dirk, only Dirk." Like Luca would look at him like, "Absolutely not." Like, no, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah.
But Dirk is like, "Yep, that sounds like a good idea." I miss Dirk Nowitzki a lot.
Dirk.
I told my mom because they were talking about how they were going to make this big announcement during the Stars game a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's Mike Modano. He's getting a statue. And she's like, no, we don't know that. And then she was watching the game and she saw the announcement. And I was like, told you. It's the only thing that makes sense. What else would they do?
Look at you.
I'm smart. I know things. I only know a few things. Like, I don't know if Evan Stewart is transferring or not. But I do know that Mike Modano is getting a statue next to Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas. So there you All right, my friends. We'll see y'all
When
on
we
the
see
other
you.
side of bowls. Not of bowls, but like a bowl invitations. And this year we'll have a better podcast than Ethan deciding who's going to win in a fight.
How is there anything better than that?
Because
I'm
you
going to
won
use the.
every single bowl and no one cared.
What do you mean? Nobody was tracking it. Okay, I literally could flip a coin and have better odds or have a more accurate prediction than I did last year, basing it off of who would win in a fight. Like it's statistically improbable for me to do as badly as I did last year.
So there you go.
Like I had a 50-50 shot of getting any of them right, and somehow I was like 20%.
So apparently people are saying that A&M should play Duke in the Mayo Bowl. And I'm like, does Mike Elko get to coach A&M though? Because
Right.
I'm okay with that. That'll be fun for us.
Interesting.
I don't know who we're. I don't keep track of bowl matchups. I just know it's not Texas. So
I keep track of my bowl matchup.
Who are y'all playing in the bowl?
None this year. I just mean in general, like I don't pay attention to everybody.
I know. I know you guys weren't making a bowl, but there's not many teams that I can make that joke towards because then we're also not playing in a bowl.
Hey, it's not me this year.
I'm just lashing out in anger, Sydney. I'm sorry. That was
It's okay.
uncalled for.
I get a bowl this year. I'm so excited.
Congratulations.
Way to go, Sydney. Yay.
I'm not Sydney. It's fine.
You know what I meant. It's Thursday. See, this is my energy level starts off like this, and then Wednesday, and then it's like Thursday. It's by 2 p.m. on Thursday. My brain is already on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, I'm so checked out.
Yeah.
And on that note, it's Cowboys game time, people. So I'll see y'all later.
Go Gators.
Thanks and gig 'em.
Woo pig.